Tell me how, I got nothing to say. Tell me why my tombstone is blank. 'Cause I'm not the one who won't try. I'm not letting life pass me by. Tell me when the days are less gray. yeah, to a place I can't say. Live a life worthy of chase. The time is today. New blood in my veins. I won't be the joker in life, playing the part I don't like. And he hated the way he was dying, but the moment he turned on the light, he became what he dreamt of at night when he was young and hungry for life. And he hated the way he was dying, but the moment he turned on the light, he became what he dreamt of at night when he was young and hungry for life. Yeah. And he hated the way he was dying, but the moment he turned on the light, he became what he dreamt of at night when he was young and hungry for life. 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 Young and hungry for life.
Oh my goodness! I see some nonsense in the chat already. I got people telling me I'm wrong because I thought Raw was solid. Go eat a glazed donut, you fat slob. I got people wondering if there's going to be red skies, if there's going to be a rant, if there's going to be this or that. I don't understand the problem when you are legitimately on a channel, on a live stream, in front of me, who's going to tell you exactly how it is every single night. Why would you already be complaining about what I may or may not say? I don't know. I don't get it. Bron Breakker and Femi solo Sikoa. Two of the biggest storylines coming off the show tonight, plus Roman Reigns and his Lucha Invitational. His Lucha Invitational. Gee, I wonder who's going to win this one. We'll talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to the beer garden. It was hot as a motherfucker today in New York City, just like it was all weekend. You know what that means? I need a cold beverage. We got plenty of them at the beer garden. When I get there on this Monday night, I want to know, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
This isn't about errors. It also isn't about excuses. WWE has failed creatively. AEW has failed fundamentally. So why did Triple H lose the plot? Why did Tony Khan abandon everything that made AEW special? Because nobody is committed to the one thing that actually matters: long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for August 10th, 2026. I'm your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on this Monday evening, wherever you may be. A lot of division tonight on Raw. A lot of division. Some people liked it. Some people didn't. I don't really understand what happens when I'm not around. I don't really give a shit what happens when I'm not around. I don't know who you guys are watching or where you're spending your time when you're not here. There are way too many brainwashed people watching other untalented hacks in the community spew bullshit, and they just rot your brain. Just like I always tell you, you want exactly what you're getting on television, you come here. I thought Raw was solid enough that it got the job done. Am I going to go back and rewatch it because it was such a great show? It was such an exhilarating 2.5 hours? 2 hours and 20 minutes? No. No, I'm in and out. I'm one and done. I will probably never go back and watch anything from this show ever again. But was it solid enough that it got the job done tonight? Did it create at least some intriguing television going into next week? The answer is yes, it did. Did it provide some decent pro wrestling tonight? Yes, it did. It wasn't a great show. I was never going to come on here and claim that Raw was like, oh my God, it was a great show. I thought last week was a great show. I did not think this week was a great show. Stop listening to garbage when you're not here. I don't know who you're listening to, but clearly they don't know a fucking thing. I want to start with LA Knight. LA Knight had no Roman Reigns to play off of tonight. I didn't expect Roman Reigns to be in Norfolk, Virginia. But LA Knight was in Norfolk, Virginia. He asked Adam Pearce about this Lucha tournament that is taking place. LA Knight even proposed that he puts a mask on and enters this tournament. Adam Pearce said, no, I can't allow that. I was hoping that low-key that something like that would happen. It may still very well happen, but I doubt it. But Adam Pearce promised LA Knight that after this Lucha tournament is concluded, that he will start concocting a plan to help LA Knight earn a shot at Roman Reigns. Later in the show, Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso went one-on-one in the main event. This all got started in the beginning of the show, where Jey Uso supposedly went to Roman Reigns, devised a plan, and the plan and the play, according to Jey Uso, was for him and Solo in the main event, and if Solo doesn't win, then he falls in line with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, and Jey Uso delivers Solo Sikoa, dead or alive, to the Tribal Chief. I saw a lot of people complaining about, oh, this was a good show, but I hated the ending. I actually loved the ending. I actually enjoyed the ending. Is it the same shit that we've gotten with the Bloodline for the last 5 years? Yes. Nothing is different. They're basically in rewind mode. They're treading the same story over and over and over again, and everybody is buying into it as if it's something different. It's not. The characters aren't the same as they were 2 years ago. The interest isn't the same as it was 2 years ago. The story isn't the same as it was 2 years ago. And there's really nothing that is more valuable than the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns is holding a championship that he basically called second place. Roman Reigns exactly knows that the World Heavyweight Championship was created because he held the WWE Championship for 1,300 days. So no matter what comes out of that man's mouth, he'll never get me to believe that the World Heavyweight Championship, all because it's around his shoulder and around his waist, is going to be more valuable than the one CM Punk is holding. Doesn't work that way. I enjoyed Solo Sikoa losing. How could you, JD? How could you, man? I don't know if I can watch. I don't know if I can watch off the script anymore, JD. You sold out. I don't mind Solo Sikoa losing because it creates intrigue. He's been operating under this charismatic babyface for the last several weeks, which, honestly, he's done a tremendous job with. He's entertaining. He's as charismatic as anybody on the roster. And out of all of his family on television right now, he's the most entertaining. He's got more charisma than Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso combined. Where's this Solo Sikoa been for the last 4 years? WWE's been hiding this guy in a fucking cave somewhere, and they've suppressed the charismatic Solo Sikoa from appearing on television. Only to now start allowing him to break out. I can see why. Because he's been more entertaining than the other three Samoans that have dominated the fucking television show for the last 4 years. It creates intrigue. Do you want to know what the first thing I'm thinking about? I'm thinking that Solo and LA Knight even though that LA Knight doesn't really trust the family, LA Knight has been partnered with Solo Sikoa. They won a match at SummerSlam against the Bloodline. Solo could have easily turned on LA Knight. Solo could have joined the Bloodline then. He could have cost his team the match and the win. He didn't. Solo Sikoa actually celebrated with LA Knight at the end of that match, raised his hand at the end of the match, and they look like they've been doing this for years together. Now he's supposedly back in the Bloodline. We don't know what delivering Solo Sikoa to Roman Reigns means until we get to next week's show. But now LA Knight is all by himself. JD, why did you like the ending? Because now it creates more intrigue for LA Knight. Is Solo going to be with his family? Is he going to once again fall in line? Is he going to be manipulated? Is he going to be convinced that there's nothing else better for him than his family? Is he going to break that promise to LA Knight and to everybody watching, where he clearly stated tonight, I'm loving where I am right now. I don't need my family. Or is he going to, and this is where my mind thinks, is he going to lay low, fall in line, and is he going to help LA Knight beat Roman Reigns? WWE may not be thinking it. WWE may not be creatively writing it to play out the way that I'm thinking. WWE's got a fucking money angle for Money in the Bank. I don't give a shit what you feel about LA Knight. I don't give a shit what you feel about Roman Reigns. WWE's got a money angle for Money in the Bank. Can you imagine Solo Sikoa is in the Bloodline and come Money in the Bank, it's down to LA Knight and Roman Reigns and the referee's down and his family's taken out, and we see Solo Sikoa on the brink of, do I help my family? Do I fall in line? Do I become Jacob Fatu and everybody else that's been manipulated by Roman Reigns? Or do I really stand up for what's right? Do I go to bat for LA Knight? Do I deliver the Samoan spike? Do I help LA Knight? Do I give LA Knight the win and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship over Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank? That's where I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking for Money in the Bank. So when you ask me, what did you like about the ending segment? What did you like about Solo losing? Everybody thinks that his babyface is going to be crumpled up and tossed in the garbage. Maybe I'm a fucking stupid dreamer. Maybe I'm a fantasy booker that's gone fucking mental. I don't know. But man, oh man, if that's what they're planning, and if that's what comes out of this, I don't know how anybody could say this was a bad move. It creates intrigue. We've all seen Solo kill it as a babyface. Now he's going to take that babyface into the Bloodline, and now he's going to have a face-to-face with Roman Reigns, which he has not done yet. That's intriguing. Is he going to fall in line, or is he going to stand on his own and keep his word, saying that he doesn't need his family? That's number two. Number three, Roman Reigns, LA Knight. If he is in the Bloodline, is he going to help his buddy LA Knight achieve his dream? Is he going to kill the Bloodline from within? I like where this could potentially be going. So we will see. I don't know. For all we know, WWE will keep Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline, kill his babyface run because he's gotten way too over, way too quickly, and now he's more entertaining than the entire group itself. And when something like that happens away from WWE's plan, then they look to kill it, which has been done through the annals of time in WWE dating back to Vince McMahon. He hated that. Now apparently Triple H is doing it, and we're seeing it firsthand with Dominik Mysterio. I enjoyed the loss. Don't really give a shit about the match because Jey Uso is fucking slop. But the outcome, it creates several interesting aspects going into next week's show. Femi and Bron Breakker. Another interesting aspect that's got my full, undivided attention. Bron Breakker tonight was fantastic. The dead, stone-cold look that Bron Breakker had tonight while Maxxine and Austin Theory were all over each other. He's just looking, he's legitimately like out to lunch. He's staring off into space, and you and me and everybody else have had something like that happen to you, to me. We've all been through that. Whether we're listening to somebody speak or we're watching a movie and we're just fucking thinking about something else and we're staring off into space. Bron Breakker was staring off into space tonight thinking about Femi and Femi only. And it stems from what happened last week when Femi basically exclaimed, he's the leader of the new generation. And everybody of the old guard needs to go through him. Bron Breakker was, once upon a time, before Femi was even called up to Monday Night Raw, was the leader of the new generation. He was treated as the leader. He was given the top spot, reminiscent of a leader. He was in a WWE World Heavyweight Championship program with CM Punk. I mean, for fuck's sakes, he was heavily rumored to win the Royal Rumble. And then he got hurt. He was out for 3 months. He made his return at WrestleMania. Needed to finish his feud with Seth Rollins. Now Bron Breakker's in a fucking tag team with Austin Theory. Meanwhile, he would rather be paying more attention to Maxxine than the tag team championships. Bron Breakker's just there. Bron Breakker's the third wheel holding a championship that he doesn't give a fuck about. So Austin Theory's out there beating Tozawa in a match that could have ended in fucking 2 minutes. It went 12. And at the end of the match, Bron Breakker was about to spear Tozawa until Femi came out and basically saved Tozawa's life. There was about to be a big stare down. There was potentially about to be a big war in the middle of the ring until Adam Pearce and everybody jumped in almost immediately and pulled these guys apart. Bron Breakker reminisced about this again all night until he went up to Paul Heyman and asked him, do you think Femi is the future of this company? Paul Heyman gave a very long-winded excuse about Femi earning his respect after what he did to Brock Lesnar. Bron Breakker says, that's not what I asked you. It's a yes or no question. Do you think Femi is the future of this company? Paul Heyman looked him dead in the eye and told him, you need to go out there and prove to me that I should not be giving Femi the respect you think I'm giving him. Prove to me why Femi doesn't deserve my respect. Bron Breakker looked at that and said, okay, I know what I need to do. I'll give WWE credit. They're giving us a match. They should have given this match away already. I pitched this match in the semifinals of the King of the Ring. Don't know why we didn't get it there, but they went and did what they did and ruined the whole fucking tournament. But I got to give WWE credit. They could have easily coasted with Femi from this point on up until the end of the year, until at least Royal Rumble season. They're giving us a major program with Femi and Bron Breakker, potentially. We don't know if it's exactly leading to that. But WWE needs to be unafraid to give us matches like this because this is what the fans of this product want to see. We are bored of the Bloodline every single week. We are bored of Cody Rhodes every single week. We are bored of certain things that we see every single week that include the same fucking people. Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso. They need to start giving us a glimpse into the future. And if that's what they're planning with Bron Breakker and Femi, then that's what you need to do. This show needs to revolve around them. The biggest stories are going to revolve around them. They are the future. This is a WrestleMania main event for years to come. They will be battling it out for the top spot for years to come. Everybody wants to see the youth rise up in WWE. What the fuck are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Shit or get off the fucking pot. They got it right there, staring them directly in the face. Do it. The only thing I'm concerned about. The only thing I'm concerned about is I feel like WWE may use Bron Breakker as a fucking stepping stool to get Femi where he supposedly needs to be. You do not use Bron Breakker as a stepping stool. You don't. You give them both a stepping stool, being that Femi is already the one climbing his stool quicker than Bron Breakker. You give them both a stepping stool, and you let Bron Breakker get the opportunity to at least get closer than where he is right now to Femi. You do not use one and enhance that one by using the other one. That's what they cannot do. Again, an intriguing aspect and an intriguing story that's developing on Monday night, but I'm supposed to not like this show. And some other fucking hack in the community who sits here and does what I do is going to tell you that the show sucks and they're not going to be as analytical and in-depth as I am. They'll just come on here and say the show sucks without really giving you a reason why the show sucks. Meanwhile, we just had two instances where I gave you two intriguing aspects of the story on Monday night going into next week. You don't like it, you don't like it. Tough shit. They're doing what they need to do. This Lucha tournament, WWE apparently is now the biggest advocate for Lucha Libre. We got an 8-man tournament that started tonight to crown a number one contender for Roman Reigns and the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns will be defending the World Heavyweight Championship on the September 14th episode of Monday Night Raw. Live in Mexico City, it will be the first time that a WWE World Championship will be defended in Mexico on live television. The tournament is rather predictable. I don't know which way WWE is going to go, but I'm going to tell you exactly where WWE needs to go, as I have the tournament pulled up right here. Tonight we have Penta and Laredo Kid. I thought what they did was give us a solid match. Obviously, Penta was going to get the win. Penta is a Raw guy. Laredo Kid is a AAA guy. Penta was going to get the job done because he's the more notable lucha. Next week, we have Psycho Clown. He goes one-on-one with La Parca. Then we have Dragon Lee and El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. And then Rey Fenix versus El Fiscal. Now, with Penta advancing, I see Psycho Clown advancing because I think Psycho Clown is fucking great. I think he is a solid guy. Solid in-ring worker. Great look to him. Penta and Psycho Clown sounds good to me in the semifinals. Dragon Lee is a WWE name. They're not going to put El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. in the fucking semifinals. I mean, you can barely say his fucking name correctly. They're going to put him in the semifinals. That sounds boring. Guy's got the fucking charisma of a potted plant. Dragon Lee for the win. and then Rey Fenix and El Fiscal, I got to go Rey Fenix, being that he is the AAA Cruiserweight Champion. Bro, WWE's got one very important job to do. WWE's got the easiest fucking job to do. Penta is in the finals, 100%. There's no doubt about it. On the other side, if WWE isn't planning Penta versus Rey Fenix in the final of this tournament, I don't know why we are even here. Penta has had an Intercontinental title run and has gotten over big in front of a WWE audience. An audience that did not know who he was before he came on in here. And if you did, you're in the minority. Rey Fenix has not had the same amount of luck. He hasn't had the same amount of opportunity as his brother has. The guy can barely find fucking television unless he's holding a AAA championship. I'm convinced that if he wasn't the AAA Cruiserweight Champion, he would not get any time, any TV on Friday nights. And that said, being that Rey Fenix is probably more talented than his brother, but he's not as charismatic as Penta. Penta fits sports entertainment more so than Rey Fenix fits sports entertainment. That's just the fact of the situation. And if you don't believe me, get with the fucking program. That's exactly why they push Penta more so than they push Rey Fenix. But this match is staring you right in the fucking face. This match is staring you in the fucking face. And this is the first true, genuine opportunity for them to do something with Rey Fenix. This is absolutely going to end up being Roman Reigns and Penta in the finals on September 14th in Mexico City for the World Heavyweight Championship. And that's going to be a fucking great match. Because whether Conrad Thompson wants to admit it or not, Roman Reigns is the best big match wrestler in all of pro wrestling. There is nobody bigger than Roman Reigns. There's nobody that makes a match feel bigger than Roman Reigns. You can sit there and call him the Bill Goldberg of the Bloodline, and you can sit there and claim that you don't know what a great Roman Reigns match is. Bullshit. Bullshit. All you got to do is backtrack to April of 2026, night 2 of WrestleMania, when he was in the ring with CM Punk. Penta and Roman Reigns is going to be a spectacle in Mexico City. We all know that's going to happen. And for the people that are claiming, oh, well, it's predictable, JD. Everything in pro wrestling is predictable. Your precious Tony Khan does everything in a very predictable way. Most of AEW's television is predictable. They don't book any matches that really have this unpredictable, I don't know what's going to happen feel. Very rarely do you get that on AEW. Triple H does the same thing, unfortunately, where once upon a time he was predictable, he just follows the same blueprint. Both promotions and both top guys creatively, they don't know how to beat other top guys. So they make everything feel and look predictable. It is a sad, sad epidemic in pro wrestling. Everybody does the same thing. So yes, it's predictable. But for everybody claiming that it's predictable, I don't understand what you expect WWE to do. This is their problem. Blame them. Don't blame Roman Reigns or don't blame the fact that he's wrestling on fucking television. Roman Reigns, he's been on television and has been in big matches more so this year than he was all of 2025 and probably 2024. This guy's been absent, but he hasn't been as absent. You're claiming that it's predictable, Yet, I'm just fucking happy that the guy is actually defending and wrestling on a fucking Monday night. I don't even know when the last fucking time he actually did wrestle on a Monday or Friday night. So you could sit there and claim it's predictable, but Roman Reigns is at least going to defend the World fucking Championship on Monday Night Raw. That's number one. Number two, what do you expect him to do? Not wrestle on fucking television, not wrestle on TV? Same thing's going to happen with LA Knight. Oh, it's predictable, JD. He's going to beat LA Knight. All right, why don't we just keep Roman Reigns home all the way until WrestleMania season where he could reemerge after 9 months off television because it's too fucking predictable. We all know Roman Reigns is going to hold the World Championship and walk into WrestleMania as the World's Heavyweight Champion. But do you not want him to be on television defending the World Championship? And if that was the case, you would complain about Roman not defending the title. So now he's on TV defending the title. It's too predictable. But if he was not on TV and not defending the title, then you complain about that as well. Make up your fucking mind. This is why everybody makes fun of professional wrestling fans. I don't have a problem. Why would you have a problem with Roman Reigns versus Pentagon Jr. in Mexico City for the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday night in front of a fucking inferno-like crowd? What are you, fucking dumb? Take your criticisms, your bitching and complaining, and fucking shut the fuck up. This is also a great opportunity for Roman Reigns to beat Penta and the Bloodline to beat down Penta, which brings out Fenix to save his brother, which then leads us to Worlds Collide, which then leads us to a first-time ever match between the Lucha Brothers and the Usos at Worlds Collide, going head-to-head with AEW All Out. We talked about this on Tuesday night. I am in full agreement. That's the way we need to go and do this and have it play out. Are you going to be bitching and complaining then? That is if WWE does exactly the way that I laid it out here. This all sounds good and dandy. This all sounds great. Knowing that, WWE will give the fucking finals to Penta and Dragon Lee because they don't really give a fuck about Fenix. Penta and Fenix, I accept nothing else. We'll talk about the rest of this show. Stephanie Vaquer and Becky Lynch got into it. I don't really know if anybody was paying attention to the words coming out of their mouths, being that Stephanie Vaquer was wearing a black dress shirt and black jeans as tight as ever could be. So if you guys want the dialogue for what Becky Lynch and Stephanie Vaquer did tonight, you may have to help me. You may have to help me. Also, the other ladies were in action. Sol Ruca and EO against the Judgment Day. And we got these 2 tournament matches taking place tonight. We'll talk about that. And Dominik. Actually, there was only 1 tournament match. Dominik getting buried. What's going on here, bro? What's going on here? We'll talk about it. This is your Monday Night Raw review. It is August 10th, 2026. Yes, I know. Everybody's eyes were elsewhere. Listen. Wherever yours were, mine were right there. What a weekend, man. What a weekend. I know Jason and I are going to be talking about High Intensity on Tuesday Night Titans tomorrow. Again, we want to thank everybody for supporting. We are, I think, close to 80,000 views on High Intensity on the YouTube channel. If you guys have not checked it out, go and check it out. Leave some positivity in the comments section. Let us know how we did. What you liked, what you didn't like, how Jason and I did on commentary. There was a 4-man booth. Hopefully, that is not going to be a thing moving forward. But go check it out, man. Lots to like about that show. Some great stories coming off that show. Great moment in the end to cap off the night. Go check it out. It's live on YouTube right now. High Intensity 2026. Really fun night of pro wrestling right here on YouTube. We will be in Los Angeles on September 4th. Jason and I will be in LA on September 4th. So make sure you guys go and check out House of Glory. We're coming to Los Angeles and the Globe Theater. We already announced Kyle Fletcher will be there. Hook will be there. And the rest of the show will be announced in the weeks to come. So that's the next show. And then All Out Weekend. That Friday before All Out in Chicago, we will be back in Chicago for what I believe they are calling Windy City Warfare. Lots going on. Lots going on. Is House of Glory going to be on YouTube for their new home? I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully news on that will emerge pretty soon. But I just want to thank you. I know Jason has already thanked you. I've thanked you a couple of times. We'll talk about our thoughts and feelings about the show tomorrow night. So should be an interesting listen on Tuesday night. And that's when you'll see me live next. I'll be live with him Tuesday night, 8:30. I got 2 Count with Coachman tomorrow morning at 11:30. It's going to be a great Tuesday, man. It's going to be a great Tuesday. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo, Patreon. All my patrons, thank you. We uploaded our latest in our match review series. Man, oh man, we watched a great one today. If you ain't over there hanging out with us, man, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Today, we watched Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. NXT TakeOver New Orleans. What a fucking match. Man, do I miss those days. What a fucking match this was, man. The story, the history, the match itself, the way it ended, Morrow, oh, the crowd, the whole environment. Ciampa came out with no theme music. He got asshole chants. He got fuck you Ciampa chants. He got Ciampa sucks chants. God came out to no theme music, but he came out to the greatest theme music of all time, which is pure, unadulterated hatred. You got to join us. You got to join us on Patreon, man. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Also, shout out to everybody on TikTok and Instagram. We are blowing up. I'm near 20,000 followers on Instagram. We're near 32,000 on TikTok. The fucking views on TikTok and Instagram the last 2 weeks coming out of SummerSlam have been unbelievable. I've been trying my best to upload daily. We're going to keep that ball rolling. So make sure you guys go and check that out, man, and really show some support over there. And the YouTube channel, the second channel, my shorts channel, you guys are getting some love over there as well. So please go and check me out wherever I am available, man. We're doing some big things. We're doing some big things. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment. Hit that subscribe button. The wheel. We got the wheel tonight. The wheel is back. Took a little bit of a break for the wheel. The wheel is back tonight. Goal is already met, so you guys are fucking unbelievable. You guys got 10 spots on the wheel, every one of you. Every one of you that donates from this point on has got an extra spot on the wheel. So everybody that helped donate and meet the goal, you guys got an additional spot. Everything this point on gets an additional spot. So you guys are awesome. We'll give away some merch. I got some more baseball bat beer mugs. Right here, we got one here. And we got off the script trucker hats. This will be sent out to you guys. So get those super chats in. Every $10 is a spot on the wheel. 20, 2 spots, 30, 3 spots, so on and so forth. Up to you guys. And tonight, we're sponsored by Blue Chew Gold. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. Make sure you guys go and check them out. You buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the 3rd month free. You get 10% off your first order and free overnight shipping. Sounds like a world championship title deal if I say so myself. Shout out to Blue Chew, tonight's sponsor right here on Off the Script. Let's get into this show. We start things off with the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa and Jey Uso. They start us off here on Monday night. Solo actually comes down through the crowd and he starts mocking Jey Uso and his theme music. It's just me, Us. Day one-ish. It's just me, Us. Day one-ish. Line them all up. Am I in the right place? He then looks at the crowd. Your boy Solo Dolo is now in your city. This guy's got more charisma than all the Bloodline together, combined. As we all saw what happened last week, the Bloodline took out my boy Royce Keys. So I came to Raw to handle some family business. So Bloodline. Cue Jey Uso's music. He comes on out. Fans are yeeting. He gets in the ring. You really want to do this, little brother? Brother. You want to air our family laundry in front of the whole world to see again? Hey, you know what the issue is, though? No, you know how to fix the issue, Us? The tribal chief called the play. I need you to fall in line, Solo. Fall in line? What do you mean, fall in line? Why does everybody keep telling me that crap, fall in line? Well, how did that work out for you? Did you fall in line? Because it looks like you fell off. Brother, let's be honest. You were a world champion. You won the Royal Rumble. You beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Every time these people heard your music, all these kids were happy. And now, all that crap is out the window. It sucks to be you now. Listen, I already told you this before. I'm not coming back to the family. I love where I'm at. Everybody here in Virginia, they love where Solo is at, baby. So you can tell your tribal chief, and Jey Uso cut him off. Man, shut your cocky, spoiled, disrespectful ass up, Solo. Have you forgotten who the hell you're talking to, little brother? I raised you. I fed you. I changed your diapers. No, you know why you're here. It's because of us. You know why you got that big house, Us? You know why your family is set for life? It's because the rest of the bloodline, it's because of us. Funny ass, you're out here mocking, thinking this is a game. But look, though, we're going to handle it. We're going to handle this the only way our family knows how to handle, Solo. Me versus you tonight. No. When I win, you fall in line. You're coming back to the bloodline. I'm delivering your ass first class to the tribal chief. This is your warning shot. Bow! Solo comically starts ducking in the crowd. He starts like shielding himself because Jey Uso did bow. Well, pow. Solo looks back behind him. Is everyone all right back there? Did anybody get shot? All right, good. All right, calm down. I accept, but I'll tell you this. When I beat you, you and this messed up family can leave me the hell alone. Now, this is your warning shot. Pew! Listen, man, Solo Sikoa has made me a believer. This guy was a part of one of the worst factions in recent memory with the MFTs. This guy had no personality. This guy was an enforcer before that and basically hidden away from the pro wrestling fans to play an enforcer and show no attitude, show no fucking life whatsoever. Now he's all of a sudden just come out of his shell and he's showing everybody exactly who he is. He's got He's got Dwayne's charismatic side of the bloodline. He ain't Dwayne, obviously, but clearly he's got something more so along the lines of that side of the family than he does Roman and his brothers. Solo was great. Jey Uso, I don't really give a shit about Jey Uso. I'm just kind of tired of Jey Uso being on my television. But I thought Solo was great here. Michael Cole breaks down the bracket for the World Heavyweight Championship #1 Contenders Tournament featuring some of the best luchadors from Raw, SmackDown, and AAA. The winner will get a World Heavyweight Championship match against Roman Reigns on the September 14th episode of Raw from Mexico City. So we got Penta and Laredo Kid. They're in the back. They're the first match up. Penta says this tournament means everything to him. Every match is a battle. Every battle takes me one step closer to my goal, Mexico City. Now, I can't look past Laredo Kid. Laredo, you and I are old rivals, but tonight you will find out the luchador that I've become. I know Penta, says Laredo Kid. Every luchador respects what he can do. I'm going to prove to him that I'm the most complete luchador in the world. This moment is my moment, and nothing can stop me. Penta then says, that being said, I hope you're ready for war tonight. I'm going to win this tournament because I want Roman Reigns in Mexico City with all of my people behind me. And you know why? Because I'm Penta and I have zero fear. Gee, I wonder who's winning this tournament, chat. That's not a bad thing. Jey Uso. He runs into the Bloodline in the backstage area. He runs into Jimmy, Big Jim, and Jacob. What the hell y'all got going out there tonight? Jacob is yelling at Jey. What do you mean, Oos? The OTC called the play. I'm just trying to handle this solo problem. Jacob says it sounds like Jey is running his own plays and ignoring the Bloodline and the OTC. Jey says it doesn't matter because he's going to get this dub tonight and bring Solo back to the OTC. Personally, something Jacob's ass couldn't do. Yeet. Jacob said that the last thing he did was last week, and he did what he needed to do against Royce Keys. The only way Solo is coming back to the family is if Jey gets that dub tonight with his punk ass, says Jacob Fatu. We go from that to Penta and Laredo Kid. This was a #1 Contenders Tournament match. The winner of this match goes on to the semifinals to wrestle La Parka or Psycho Clown. This went 11 minutes. This was Rey Mysterio's idea. As you guys saw last week, Rey Mysterio ended the show with Roman Reigns, saying that he had a proposition for him and he wanted to talk business. This was the result of that. I thought initially that Roman was going to be on that Worlds Collide show, which he could still very well be a part of, but doesn't necessarily need to be a part of because it's in Chicago and more than likely CM Punk will be there. And that's all WWE really needs. But this is all Rey Mysterio's idea. So we'll pick it up here. I thought this was a solid match for an opening round tournament match. Laredo Kid hit a top rope drop kick. Penta then sent Laredo out to the floor. He does a big Rana off the top. Now they're on the floor. Laredo Kid came off the top rope, hits a big moonsault. Action goes back into the ring. Laredo hits a twisting senton off the second turnbuckle. He goes for a cover. He gets a 2 count. We go into a commercial break. Penta, coming back from the commercial, hits a sling blade and a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Multiple tilt-a-whirl backbreakers. Laredo escaped the Penta driver, hit Penta with a poison Rana, Laredo Kid hit a 450 splash, goes for recovery, gets a 2 count. Laredo Kid then tries for a super kick, or he charged rather, into a super kick from Penta. Penta caught Laredo Kid with a backstabber. He goes for a cover of his own. He only gets a 2. Penta and Laredo Kid then, middle of the ring, blow for blow. This ended when Laredo Kid charged into another super kick from Penta. Laredo Kid goes out to the floor. Penta followed him out there with a tope con hilo over the top rope. We go back into the ring. Penta hit the Penta driver. He did not get the win off the Penta driver. Laredo Kid caught Penta with a Michinoku driver. He then goes to the top rope. He misses a big tornado dive, does Laredo Kid off the top rope. Penta then sees an opening here with Laredo Kid missing this big high-risk spot. He hits a Mexican Destroyer flush. Great spot. He goes for the cover. He gets the 1, 2, 3, and Penta pins Laredo Kid to advance to the semifinals of this Roman Reigns #1 contender tournament. And like I said, he now meets either Psycho Clown or La Parka. I thought what they did here was good stuff. I mean, it wasn't the greatest lucha match I've ever seen, but it had meaning and had purpose. It got the job done. The right guy won. What more could you ask for? Crowd was into it too. They did a good job. Byron Saxton. He's backstage with The Vision. Logan Paul is there. Austin Theory's there with Maxxine and Bron Breakker. Logan Paul says that there's no bad blood with the Alpha Academy. They're beneath them, and they are losers. The only bad blood with Alpha Academy is Otis's blood pressure. Maxxine then says that she knows Tozawa better than anyone. That's why he doesn't stand a chance against her bad boy, the hottest, most jacked, talented, tenacious superstar in WWE, Austin Theory. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's not true, but you got to admit the Theory and Maxxine act is somewhat working. It's working for both of them, in my opinion. I would rather see Maxxine in this role than watch Maxxine wrestle. And Austin Theory, I mean, he's going to get some legitimate heat because he's with the pretty blonde, and he's a cocky son of a bitch. So it's very simplistic character development, character progression, and it's working. All the while, we got Bron Breakker just looking completely just spaced out. He ain't thinking about anything regarding this interview. So they all leave. Byron Saxton then looks at Bron Breakker, who's looking off into space. Byron asks Bron if there's anything he wants to say. Byron, what do you think about Obafemi? I like him. Is he the future? Byron got out of this one by saying, well, that's what Brock Lesnar said at SummerSlam. Bron says that Byron sounds a lot like Paul Heyman. And he walks away. I love the little instances where Bron Breakker is thinking about nothing but Obafemi. Good. He should be thinking about Obafemi because Obafemi is occupying his spot on the roster. And that's where everybody should want to be. Good. Austin Theory, he goes one-on-one with Akira Tozawa. Why this match went 9 minutes? I don't know who asked for a Tozawa and Theory match that goes 9 minutes on Monday Night Raw. Is it me or does that say something about this Raw roster? Are they really that lacking? That we got Tozawa on Monday night getting 9 minutes of a match with Austin Theory? We'll pick it up after the commercial break. Tozawa missed a rolling clothesline. got hit with a big DDT from Theory. Tozawa actually got a near fall off of a senton. He then rips his shirt off like he's fucking hulking up. Tozawa hits Theory with some kicks. Out of nowhere, Theory took out Tozawa with the big forearm, and that was enough for the win. 1, 2, 3. Austin Theory pins Tozawa off of a rolling forearm. After the match, we got what really is what we wanted. This is what we came for. So after the match was over, they beat up Tozawa. Theory starts teeing off on Tozawa. Maxxine gives Theory a steel chair. Maxxine tells Theory to give Tozawa maximum pressure. Adam Pearce and officials immediately come on out. Take the chair out of Theory's hands like they're all fucking scared for Tozawa here. All of a sudden, while this is happening, Breaker's in the ring. He's fucking preparing to slaughter this poor soul. Getting ready for a spear. Oba Femi's music hits, and he struts down to the ring with everybody chanting with Oba Femi and singing for Oba Femi and strutting with Oba Femi. Austin Theory's in the aisleway to try and stop Oba Femi, but he gets taken out with a big boot. Oba Femi's looking at Bron Breaker. Bron Breaker's looking at Oba Femi. He gets onto the apron. He gets into the ring, and as soon as Oba Femi gets into the ring, Pearce, producers, referees are right there immediately standing between both of them. Pearce then tells both guys to save it until the time is right. Logan Paul had to get Bron Breaker out of the ring because he was doing nothing but staring a hole into Oba Femi. Money. When and where, it's money. I don't know. Could we be looking at a Sunday night's main event for Oba Femi and Bron Breaker? Or is WWE going to wait till that Mexico City Raw? Maybe they don't do anything until Money in the Bank, which I think would be ridiculous because we got 2 months to go. We got to get at least one match. They could both be Money in the Bank, but we got to get at least one match. If I was to have a choice, I would probably go Monday night. September 14th. That crowd's going to be fucking hot. Oba Femi and Bron Breaker, Mexico City? You kidding me? Let's get the job done. This is what the WWE needs to focus on. It's both of these guys. They need to be at the forefront of everything that you are planning on Monday night. Kathy Kelly had a backstage interview with Rey Mysterio. She asked what stood out to Rey Mysterio during Penta's match with Laredo Kid. Rey says that Penta and Laredo Kid had a banger of a match, and he knows that when Raw returns to Mexico City, Roman Reigns is going to have his hands full. That didn't really answer the question, but sure. Dragon Lee interrupts this conversation. Dragon Lee wanted to express his gratitude to Rey Mysterio for allowing him to compete in this number one contenders tournament. Rey says that Lee doesn't have to thank him. He's earned his spot. So Dominik Mysterio walks on in and interrupts this little love fest between Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. Rey has a tournament with all the Luchadors, yet he doesn't have the king of the Luchadores in the tournament. Rey says that Dom didn't need another handout. That's how he became a jackass in the first place. Dragon Lee then tells Dom to show respect to his father. Lee's going to have a conversation with Adam Pearce because Dragon Lee challenged Dominik to a match, and he wants to prove why he's the fake king of the Luchadores. Dominik accepts Lee's challenge, and Dom is going to show Dragon Lee why he's the greatest Mysterio of all time. He changed that from greatest Mysterio or greatest Luchador to greatest Mysterio. He was calling himself the greatest Luchador of all time. Now he's just the greatest Mysterio of all time because he hasn't won a match since May. He can't be the greatest Luchador of all time when he can't win a fucking match. The burial of Dominik Mysterio is a big question mark lately. I don't know. I don't get it. Becky Lynch, Stephanie Vaquer, and Liv Morgan. So Stephanie comes on out. A little too smiley for my liking here. Hola, WWE Universe. I still can't stand her theme music. It doesn't hit. I'm so happy to be here. I really missed this ring. I missed every Monday Night Raw, and I missed you guys. Thank you for all the support. But most of all, I really miss seeing Liv and Judgment Day get scared every single time they see me coming. You may have the numbers game, but you will never destroy me. I'm going to take out the Judgment Day one by one. Raquel, I beat you up 1,000 times, and I can do it again and again. Roxanne Perez, you are a dead woman. I LOL'd at that line. I didn't really expect her to say that Roxanne Perez was a dead woman. And Liv Morgan, I know you're scared, and you should be, because we both know that title belongs to me. So it's not Liv Morgan that comes on out, it's Becky Lynch that comes on out. She gets into the ring with a microphone, and she's staring Stephanie face-to-face in the middle of the ring after last week's face-to-face where Stephanie basically told her, stay out of my way. The man has come around to Virginia. Hola, señorita. How are you doing? Stephanie asks, what do you want? What do I want? That's a good question. I don't want a lot. I probably want the same thing you want. I want to beat the ever-living piss out of Liv Morgan for different reasons. You have a score to settle. I just don't like the dope. And she's taking that title on a fast track time machine back to the mid-2000s, and I have worked way too hard for far too long to watch that happen. But you know, I don't know too much about you. I think you like to keep it that way. You're a bit of an enigma. Very mysterious. But what I do know about you is that you have made a big impact on Raw in a very short time that you've been up here. I do know that. And I do know that is especially impressive considering you seem to be gone more often than you are here. Listen, I've had a run of bad luck. Happens to the best of us. It's okay. And I can't figure out if you're this badass that just rushes back before they're ready because you want to fight, or your body just gives up so that your mind doesn't, and it doesn't have to. But what I do know is that title doesn't need any more bad luck. And I don't consider myself particularly lucky, but I do consider myself particularly good. So you can settle your score to Liv Morgan. You can beat the crap out of her. You can go get your revenge. I'll sit here and I'll even cheer you on, and I will eat popcorn while you do it. But when it comes to championship matches, that's my domain. You don't deserve that title. That title deserves me. Stephanie then says, Becky. Respectfully, I don't care. And listen, get in my way, and I will show you what La Primera is all about. So Stephanie leaves the ring, and as soon as Stephanie leaves the ring, Liv Morgan attacks Becky from behind. Morgan starts ground and pound on Becky Lynch. She then throws Becky into the ropes and tries for oblivion. Becky counters with the big boot. Becky delivers an exploder suplex. Morgan is now looking at Stephanie in the ring. Stephanie gets in there and tries to clothesline Liv, but she ducks the clothesline and she escapes certain doom. And Stephanie and Becky once again are face-to-face with each other. Becky then once again tells Stephanie that she did nothing with the championship and that title needs her. And that's the way the segment came to an end. I thought this was good. This is 1,000 times better than what we weren't getting, because we weren't getting anything. This is 1,000 times better than what we weren't getting all WrestleMania and all SummerSlam season. Now that we're post SummerSlam season, we actually have two legitimate badass women in Stephanie Vaquer and Becky Lynch, who are both going after the same thing for two different reasons. Becky wants to save the title because Liv Morgan has done nothing but fucking shit all over the division and all over the championship because she just doesn't defend it. And Stephanie wants her title back because she got fucked over. And the Judgment Day injured her and took her out for 4 months. So there's two very different women with two very different reasons for why they want Liv Morgan. I like it. I don't know how anybody can hate on this. We weren't getting this 4 months ago. This is exactly where Becky Lynch needed to be. This is exactly what the WWE Raw Women's Division needed. Now, all they need to do is get most of the women that they're not using on SmackDown a new home. Either you find them television time on Friday night, or you start moving some bodies that you're not using on Monday and start balancing out these divisions. WWE's got a plethora of women on Friday night that they are not using. Get some of them on Raw. They just called up Tatum Paxley. I thought Tatum Paxley was a definite for Monday night because I figured Lola was getting called up. Lola Vice was getting called up. And more than likely, she's going to end up on Friday Night SmackDown because that's where Damian Priest is. And WWE likes to keep the couples together. And Damian Priest and Lola Vice are romantically linked together. So now you got Tatum and Lola on the same show. Charlotte and Alexa reportedly had wanted to work with Tatum. Get Julia over to Monday. Get her on Raw. Get Jordan Grace over to Raw. Get Blake Monroe on television. Start utilizing Kiana James. What are we doing? Blake Monroe, Kiana James, Jordan Grace, Julia. Naomi should be back soon. She'll slide right into Monday night. That's another woman who's going to go after her championship because she's never fucking lost it. Bro, the WWE has a sea of fucking riches in this women's division. Why is it so terrible? How is it this terrible? I don't get it. Lola Vice is terrible? How could anyone say Lola Vice is terrible? Terrible is such a strong word when Jade Cargill and Lash Legend exist. Lola's terrible, though. That's an interesting choice of words. I don't agree. Give me a break. Kathy Kelly. She's backstage with LA Knight. Yeah. She said things got personal between LA Knight and Roman Reigns last week. Now LA Knight has had a week to process everything. Where does he stand and what is he thinking about? Let me talk to you. He stands in the same place he stood last week, which is Roman Reigns comes out here and says the same boring stuff he always says, like get to the back of the line, you didn't earn it, talks about his waste of money watch. Knight said he went ahead and got 10 more Walmart watches because they all tell the same time. But it's time for Roman Reigns to figure out if he's got enough tingle in his loins to face him. True to his word, Roman set up a tournament last week, and LA Knight is going to win it. Kathy Kelly then says, well, it's a lucha tournament. Oh, how convenient. So Solo Sikoa comes and stops LA Knight. Why am I not surprised LA Knight didn't realize it was a lucha tournament? He left the building last week, so he probably didn't know. Solo knows that LA Knight is dealing with Roman's business, but did he see what happened to Royce Keys last week? The same thing may happen to Solo tonight, and then they're going to come after LA Knight next. LA Knight says that his alliance with Solo at SummerSlam was just a one-night-only thing. Solo says that Knight doesn't get it. It's just not him fighting Roman Reigns. It's him against the entire bloodline. Solo knows that Knight doesn't need his help, but at least I tried to warn you. We will see. Royce Keys is out. Solo's now supposedly going to be falling in line with the Bloodline. LA Knight's got no friends. Who's going to back up LA Knight? Dominik Mysterio. He goes one-on-one with Dragon Lee. This went 10 minutes. The downfall of Dominik Mysterio needs to be observed. Studied at the National History Museum. Dragon Lee takes down Mysterio with a step-up Hurricane Rana. Dropkick Mysterio into the corner. Mysterio then went for a sunset flip. Lee countered with a big double stomp. Lee stops a suplex attempt. Delivers a small package to Dominik. Mysterio then takes Dragon Lee out with a clothesline out to the floor. Mysterio followed him out with a big springboard dive. And we go into a commercial break. Lee, after the commercial break, hits a big tornado DDT, goes for a quick cover, only gets a 2 count. Lee then hits a tope con hilo out to the floor. So we're back outside. Rey Mysterio hits a modified 619 using the assist from the ring apron. We go back in the ring. Mysterio delivers a Michinoku driver. He goes for cover. Only gets a 2. Dragon Lee flips the offense around in his favor. Mysterio ends up in the turnbuckles hanging upside down. Dragon Lee hits a double stomp. He goes for a cover. He gets a 2. Dominik comes back with a 619. He goes off the top rope for a frog splash. Dragon Lee got his knees up. After that, he hits a sliced bread, and he gets the win over Dominik Mysterio. Dragon Lee pins the AAA Mega Champion clean. Can someone figure out why Dominik is being buried? Like, we gotta go. Let's go to cage match. I gotta go look. When Dominik Mysterio, let's say Dominik Mysterio matches. When was his last win? His last win was a AAA mega title defense against Chad Gable under the original El Grande Americano gimmick. This was the May 11th episode of Monday Night Raw in Knoxville, Tennessee, at the Thompson Boiling Arena at Food City Center in Knoxville, Tennessee. So Dominik hasn't won a match since May 11th. Can I ask why? Does anybody have a logical reason behind why Dominik Mysterio can't buy a win on the main roster? You know, when shit like this happens and we have readily available analytics and statistics in front of us, like I can type in a website and have all this information in the palm of my hand at my fingertips readily available. If we have information like this, then it's our right. And nobody should be questioning why we're asking, because we have every right to start asking. Why the fuck is the AAA Mega Champion, Dominik Mysterio, who, by the way, I gotta see how many days he's held this championship. 333 days as AAA Mega Championship. Why the fuck has Dominik Mysterio not won a main roster match since May 11th, 2026? For every motherfucking time I had to watch someone get called up and get creatively fucking obliterated by Vince McMahon, when someone that we adored and looked forward to seeing succeed from NXT Black and Gold, how many times did someone get called up and they got ruined on the main roster because Vince McMahon had no hand in their success up until that point? Oh, that's my son-in-law's doing. Oh, that's an NXT thing. Oh, that's a minor league thing. Oh, we'll show them. Oh, it's majorly over down there. Apparently they're doing great work down there. They got a lot of fanfare down there. Yeah, Bruce, we'll kill it tonight. We'll kill it. And there's so many examples. So many examples. When I see Dominik getting buried on the main roster, and I'm not even the biggest Dominik Mysterio guy, but I'm going to call bullshit when I see it. When I see Dominik Mysterio getting buried on the main roster by Triple H, because this is his show, he makes the final call. When I see Dominik Mysterio getting buried on the main roster, what exactly would you like me to compare it to? I'm going to compare it to his father-in-law when his father-in-law did the same thing to him. Now I'm watching Triple H do the same thing to someone who isn't even in his family. I'm watching Triple H do the same thing to Mark Calloway, The Undertaker, who's now running AAA exactly the way Triple H ran NXT Black and Gold. Everybody's praising The Undertaker's work. Everybody's praising the work creatively down in AAA. People have claimed AAA's the best WWE television show that there is out of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. What would you like me to believe? Do you want me to believe that Dominik Mysterio is being buried because it plays into a larger story? Or do you want me to believe that this man is holding the most important championship for AAA, has a fucking championship match coming up at their biggest show of the year that you made into 2 nights? Why is he losing when he's holding the biggest title in the promotion? Nobody's got an answer for it. I just gave you the fucking answer. Is Triple H doing the same thing that his father-in-law did to him? Is Triple H jealous? Is Triple H envious? You wanted the job that you currently possess. You wanted to book the main roster. You wanted to take over for your father-in-law and show everybody that you are fully capable of sitting upon the throne. I don't know, Chief. The last couple of years have showed us otherwise. And you do yourself no favor by going on social media scrums and fucking busted open and doing podcasts and interviews, making yourself look like a blithering fucking fool. If Dominik Mysterio wasn't holding the championship, I would still be asking these questions. This guy beat John Cena. This guy wrestled John Cena on multiple occasions in his final year. They gave this kid everything in the beginning stages of his WWE heel run with the Judgment Day. The whole Judgment Day, the whole point of the Judgment Day was to get someone like Dominik Mysterio over to a main event level. Yet you want me to take Dominik Mysterio as a main event level guy. Then we hear reports that Dominik Mysterio is frustrated with the way and the differences of his creative from the main roster and AAA. He's frustrated with the way he's booked on the main roster because it's so vastly different than the way he gets booked in NXT. Might as well be NXT. Vastly different than AAA. No shit. Color me fucking shocked. Any normal, breathing human being in his shoes would be asking the same motherfucking questions. I don't get it. I don't get it. Whose chicken tender order did Dominik Mysterio fuck up? That's what I want to know. Did he get someone the wrong fucking dipping sauce? Did he get someone Thai chili when they asked for ranch? Or barbecue when they asked for sweet and sour? Or honey mustard? I mean, what the fuck is going on? There's legitimately no logical reason why. The people that run this place are fucking retarded. It's the only thing I can come up with. You had Road Dogg, who don't even work there, trying to explain to everybody why Chelsea Green lost on Friday night. He said she's not Rhea Ripley. Thank you for speaking out loud and telling us the truth there, Road Dogg, when we all kind of knew that and what you assumed Chelsea Green to not be. Chelsea Green was an unserious character holding a serious championship. She's not going to become Rhea Ripley overnight. No shit. That doesn't mean she wins the championship in a great moment only to lose her first match in on Friday. You fucking kidding me? This place is fucking... This creative is fucking garbage. Some of the things that they do are so blatant. Then they don't want fans calling this shit out. Vince McMahon did the same thing to him, and he's doing the same thing that his father-in-law did to him. Now he's doing it to fucking The Undertaker. That's exactly what's happening. Because there's no rhyme or reason. There is no logical motherfucking reason why Dominik Mysterio hasn't won a match since May 11th, 2026 on Monday Night Raw. Yet, WWE has absolutely no problem featuring AAA luchadors across Monday night to help fill their television show. They have no fucking problem using Rey Fenix and the Cruiserweight Championship on Friday Night SmackDown. Yet they got the AAA Mega Champion and don't do a single fucking thing to make him a bigger deal. Make it make sense. He's doing it to HBK too? I won't be surprised. What are some examples that he did this to Shawn Michaels? I mean, he's taken Blake Monroe. He did it to Julia, right? Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, Julia. Who else? I don't get it. I really don't get it. After this match with Dragon Lee and Dominik Mysterio, Big Cass jumped Dragon Lee, hit him with an East River crossing. Javon Evans comes on out because he was attacked last week by Big Cass. Javon Evans ran in to attack Cass. Cass took him out. Absolutely took him out. Evans tried to fire back with some big shots. Cass launched Evans across the ring. Evans super kicks Cass. Evans went for the OG cutter. Cass caught him with a lariat and then nailed him with a big, monstrous size 13 boot. You know, I saw some people mention to me, I know I saw this last Monday as well, people were mentioning it. JD, did you see and hear that Corey Graves didn't do any commentary during both Big Cass appearances? Michael Cole was the only one who did commentary during both Big Cass appearances. First of all, you guys are making something out of nothing. Secondly, if Corey Graves wants to harbor any sort of feeling towards Big Cass, that is Corey Graves' right to do. Because at once upon a time, Big Cass was linked to Carmella romantically. And I don't think that really ended in a very good way. Now, Everybody deserves a second chance. Big Cass proved that he's a lot better now than he was then. He's much more older. He's much more mature. He got himself right. He's in the best shape of his life. Big Cass himself got married. I think he married, believe it or not, I believe he married Lexi Nair in AEW. If Corey Graves wants to feel a certain way about Big Cass because of his prior relationship with Carmella and the way he acted with her, then that's up to him. But at the end of the day, Corey Graves is going to be professional. He's not going to do anything out of line. He's not going to say anything off color on commentary. Maybe he's still warming up to the fact that he's back in WWE and he doesn't know how to process it yet. First and foremost, he's going to stand by his wife. But I don't think Corey Graves is going to do anything to be disrespectful or bury Big Cass. I don't think he's going to be out of line and unprofessional. Oh, did you say Big Cass? Corey Graves, he didn't say anything for a second week in a row. Oh, man! Let me run to the fucking YouTube algorithm and fucking make a video that creates drama like the rest of these fucking hacks. There's nothing. There's nothing there. Byron Saxton's backstage with Sol Ruca. What are her thoughts on the upcoming tag team match with the Judgment Day? Sol Ruca says that she's been in this Judgment Day vortex for months. You said it. I didn't. And quite frankly, she's sick of it. After last week, she has a score to settle with Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Tonight is all about revenge. And after she beats them, she's going back for what's hers, and that is the Intercontinental Championship. Is it safe to assume that Sol has a tag team partner? Let's just say that Sol is not the only one that wants revenge on the Judgment Day, so it's not very hard to find someone. All of a sudden, Danhausen appears. Danhausen says he is willing to be her tag team partner for a big, big discount. Sol says, that spot's been taken. Thank you. And then she leaves. And then he asks Byron Saxton for some money. Byron says, I don't have any. Danhausen does, and walks away displeased. This is what he needs to be relegated to. This. Seconds. Mere seconds on TV. The Royal Rumble, February 2027, will take place from State Farm Stadium in Phoenix, Arizona. State Farm Stadium was also the home of WrestleMania 26, and this will be the 40th annual Royal Rumble. Man, I can't wait. Did you guys hear the rumor? WrestleVotes reported last week that the Royal Rumble is being discussed as a two-night show. That this coming Royal Rumble will be the last year that it stays a singular night event. We're going to two-night Rumbles now. Man, I can't wait for every fucking entrant to have a goddamn fucking advertisement in between. I can't wait for them to have fucking sponsorships all over their ring gear. Give me a break. We do not need 2 nights of a Royal Rumble. The WWE has not booked a good Royal Rumble in years. And now you want me to fucking sit down and enjoy 2 nights of a Royal Rumble when you can't even book 1 night of a Royal Rumble right. I gotta get 2 nights of a Royal Rumble. When was the last Royal Rumble that really fucking wowed you and moved you emotionally? Now you want to do 2 nights? Then you got some people saying, well, two Royal Rumbles in the same night is a little tough to watch. Is it? I don't think so. Not if you booked them the right way. LA Knight's talking to Adam Pearce in the back. Adam Pearce is claiming that LA Knight is wrong about Roman Reigns. Boy, is he really in the bloodline? LA Knight might be correct. LA Knight continues to call Roman a fraud, a liar, and if he's not a liar, then he's a coward. LA Knight has a lucha mask with him. I can enter his stupid little tournament. Adam Pearce and Rey Mysterio have been preparing this tournament for weeks. If LA Knight wants to be frustrated about Roman Reigns, be frustrated about the tournament, fine. LA Knight has known Adam Pearce for a long time, and Adam Pearce says he's giving LA Knight his word that on the other side of this tournament, when it is all over with, Adam Pearce will find a way for LA Knight to earn a number one contenders match against Roman Reigns. Maybe. It will be Roman Reigns, but we're supposed to create this illusion that it could be Penta or one of the Luchadors. So LA Knight tells Adam Pearce, yeah, go work on that. He then turns around and he sees Jacob Fatu. Jacob says that LA Knight doesn't get it. You keep running your mouth about my family. You talk about the OTC. If Roman gave Jacob the green light, he would dog walk his ass. LA Knight then reminds Jacob that his tribal chief gave him strict orders not to lay a finger on him, so you're going to need to get a permission slip from your tribal daddy. Jacob then tells LA Knight to shut his ass up. Knight says that Jacob is talking to the wrong person. He's not Jey Uso. Jacob then starts yelling, saying he's going to dog walk LA Knight's bitch ass. And if you don't already know, I'm all gas, no brakes with it. Yada mean Fatu. LA Knight got Jacob Fatu really angry here. I thought this was a great face-to-face. Sol Ruca and Io Sky versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. The Judgment Day. I thought this was good stuff. They got 12 minutes. We'll pick it up after the commercial break. Io Sky charged at Roxanne Perez in the corner. Perez used a drop toe hold to send Io into the corner. Raquel tagged in. Io gave Raquel a tornado DDT for a 2 count. This was broken up by Roxanne Perez, who comes in with a flying dropkick. Sol Ruca gave Roxanne Perez a Shining Wizard and then set up for a powerbomb. Roxanne head scissored Io out to the ring apron. Raquel then delivered a reverse suplex on Io, followed by a slingshot body slam. Some nice offense there by the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Perez then landed a springboard moonsault. Sol kicked Perez to interrupt the count on Io. Sol then clotheslined Raquel over the top rope. Perez kicked Sol. Sky blocked a Shining Wizard by Roxanne Perez and then landed the bullet train in the corner. Sol Ruca gave Roxanne Perez a release German. Io then goes up top. Perez yanked Io down and knocked Raquel to the floor. Io then landed an acai moonsault. Perez ended up rolling up Sol for 2. Perez went for pop rocks, but Sol landed on her feet and then caught Perez with a Soul Snatcher for the 1, 2, 3. Crowd popped big for the Soul Snatcher. Good stuff here. This was the best that Sol Ruca looked in weeks. I didn't notice any botches here this week. It's been a thing in her matches. I thought all 4 ladies did great here. Solid tag team match. I mean, I'm just done with the fucking Judgment Day. You know, it's like a holding pattern. You know, I'm waiting for that Roxanne Perez breakout moment. I'm waiting for Liv to defend her championship next to see what drama comes out of the Stephanie and Becky nonsense. Is Roxanne Perez going to be positioned to win Money in the Bank? I certainly hope so. She's got some competition this year. We go backstage. Bron Breakker runs into Paul Heyman. Heyman asks Bron, how you doing? Bron says that, I'm just swell. I'm going to assume that you saw the confrontation with Obafemi. Indeed. Bron then asked Heyman if he could ask him a question. Mr. Breaker, you can ask me anything that you want. Do you think that Femi is the future of the WWE? Heyman says he has great love for Bron, both personally and professionally. And truth be told, he respects Femi. The man gave everything he said he was going to do to Brock Lesnar, and I have to respect that. That's not what I asked, says Bron. I'm going to ask again. Do you think that Femi is the future of WWE or not? Heyman says that Bron is starting to think that Femi is the future of WWE, and that's where the problem is. I'm going to keep respecting Femi until you show me why Oba is not worthy of my respect. And then he walks away. Again, a great segment. Better than last week's Breaker and Heyman segment. Intriguing. What does he do? What does he think of the vision? Does he even want to be in the vision? What is Bron Breakker thinking? We don't know what Bron Breakker's thinking. Do I want this tag team title? Do I want to be associated with these fucking clowns? Do I want to go back and be on my own? Am I really begging but not really begging Paul Heyman to be with me? I miss you, Paul. I need you, Paul. There's a lot of interesting aspects and a lot of questions to this one singular storyline that is just very simple. What is this man thinking about? He's clearly thinking about Oba. But how does he get to Oba? This is great. I love it. Sol Ruca runs into Io, or Sol Ruca and Io, rather, runs into Lyra. Oh my gosh, she got television time, Valkyria. Lyra sees why Sol needed Io as her tag team partner tonight. She really needed that victory. So Lyra says she's happy for her. Lyra can bet that Sol is ready to backflip her way back into her women's Intercontinental Championship. But the thing is, if Lyra hasn't been able to recapture that title, what makes Sol think she's going to recapture that title? Is Sol better than Lyra? What has Lyra done to get a title shot? Lyra tells Sol to go ex Bayley. Sol says that she doesn't skip ahead of anyone for a title match, nor does she get the title shot handed to her. If Sol gets in the way of Lyra getting back the title that she created, she's going to regret it. Don't mess with Lyra. She should be very careful. Lyra wants to know why Io is staring at her. Io asks Sol if Lyra's okay. Sol says, I don't know. I think she needs to go take a nap. Lyra looked very homeless. She looked very sleep deprived. I don't know exactly where this gimmick is going, but it's nice that she's on TV. Remember when she beat Bayley in Madison Square Garden at Saturday Night's Main Event? It seems like fucking 6 months ago. Has she been on TV since? Maybe once. They've done nothing. My interest in Lyra is less than what it was coming out of Saturday Night's Main Event. Jey Uso. He went one-on-one with Solo Sikoa. If Jey Uso wins, he delivers Solo Sikoa to the Tribal Chief. This match went 12 minutes. Pick it up after the commercial break, which they did a picture-in-picture commercial on Netflix. This is how they're getting away with, we'll show you the action, but we also got to take a commercial break. Which is still just really a commercial break. Jey reverse, Irish whip Solo into the ringside steps. Solo makes a comeback. We're in the ring. He Irish whips Jey into the corner. Big Fatu hip attack in the corner. Solo sat down on a Jey sunset flip attempt. He got a 2 count. Jey Uso comes back with a terrible looking sleeper. Solo backs Jey into the corner to force a break. Solo then grabs Jey, lands a spinning solo. He goes for a cover, he gets a 2 count. Jimmy, Big Jim, shows up on the apron So this caused a distraction. Jay took advantage to spear Solo. He goes for cover. He gets a 2.5. Solo kicked out. Solo then goes over to Jimmy. He nailed Jimmy with the Samoan spike. Jay speared Solo when he turned around. Jay then landed an Uso splash and got the win over Solo Sikoa off of the Uso splash. Jay, Michael Cole says, took his shot, bow, and it paid off. And now we will hand deliver the Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa. That's the way Monday Night Raw went off the air. Nobody gives a fuck about the match because the match was nothing. The match didn't do anything. It was the outcome of the match. Solo Sikoa is now going to be in the Bloodline against his will because he agreed to this match with Jey Uso. Some people I know are not going to like this, but I'm going to give it some time to play out. Normally, I've been very critical of the Bloodline. I'm going to give it some time to play out. We could see Solo's charismatic attitude and his character change kind of give the Bloodline a little bit more enthusiasm, a little bit more entertainment value. He could be in the Bloodline against his will. He already said he doesn't want to be in the Bloodline. He doesn't need the family. He very much enjoys where he is right now. Knowing that LA Knight is going to eventually try and earn a shot at Roman Reigns, we could see Solo play the game that Roman wants him to play, only to then turn on Roman when the time is right and basically kill the Bloodline because the title that Roman Reigns has, once again, is the centralized focus of the Bloodline. When they have that, when they hold that, they are all powerful. So Solo may be in the Bloodline against his will, but he may have to pick and choose his spots. And if that spot is LA Knight and Roman Reigns, and he helps LA Knight win the World Championship, I mean, we could be looking at a fucking mega moment for the mega star. That's the way my mind is thinking. That's where my mind is going. Does that happen? I'm going to lean towards no. But clearly, it's an option. It's there. We have to see how this plays out next week and if he really is in the Bloodline or if he disobeys Roman. I don't know. I thought what Monday Night Raw did tonight was good enough to get us in certain sectors excited about next week. Bron Oba, Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline. The tournament's going on. LA Knight. Stephanie and Becky. They're cooking with some things, even though the burner is on low. They're cooking with some things. Wasn't a great show, like I said in the beginning of the stream. I'm not going to go back and rewatch this show, probably ever. But it did what it needed to do. It was solid enough to get us into next week. It wasn't a nothing show. Thank you guys very much for all your support. I forgot the Chad Gable, Rey Mysterio IC title match. I don't really care. I forgot to take notes on it. Why is Rey Mysterio getting a title match? Are we just going to run the same fucking angle with everybody? Gable wants to be a fighting champion? How about we develop a storyline as to why Gable is defending the title against whomever deserves it next? Just handing out championship matches is another thing I hate about this year. Everybody gets a fucking championship match. There's no rhyme or reason why these championship matches even make sense. Thank you guys for all your support. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's live stream. We had 2,500 people in here on a Monday night. We're going to get into the wheel in just a second. Got to shout out my sponsor for tonight's show, Blue Chew. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. So tonight on Raw, WWE kicked off the Lucha tournament. Number one contenders tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship to see who gets a shot at the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns on September 14th on Raw in Mexico City. It's a big, big night. It's a big honor in Mexico City. If you're a luchador, to be in the ring with Roman Reigns. Winning a tournament just to walk into that arena and get your head taken off by a Superman punch in front of 15,000 people. who paid good money to watch it happen. That's the thing about big matchups. You got to be ready when your moment shows up. You don't get to pick the date. The date picks you. Same deal in the bedroom. You don't always know when the main event's happening. You just know you better be ready to go out there when the bell rings. That's where Blue Chew Gold comes in. It's not two guys grinding out a 15-minute tournament match. It's 4 ingredients working together. 2, to get you hard physically, and 2, to support arousal and desire in the brain. It works fast, and it lasts. So whether it's a quick title defense or you're going the distance like a Mexico City main event, you're ready for your moment. There's a reason why Blue Chew is the #1 brand for better sex. Experience it yourself at BlueChew.com. And we got a special deal for all of our OTS VIPs. Right now, when you buy 2 months of Blue Chew Gold, you get the 3rd month for free with promo code JD. That's promo code JD. You will also receive an additional 10% off your first purchase and free overnight shipping. I mean, that sounds like a championship deal if you ask me. So visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the pod right here on Off the Script. There you go. We got the wheel. It is time for the wheel. You guys ready for the wheel? Let's get it. Super chats are open. Get them on in. The Wheel of Fun. We are here. Get those super chats in, and we will get you a spot on the wheel. You guys met the goal tonight, so everybody that donates gets an additional spot on the wheel to try and win some exclusive Off the Script merchandise. We'll read these as they have come in. Michael Krause with the $2 super chat. OTS, join the tap room. How you know? Let's go. Yeah. Thank you, Michael Krause. We love Michael Krause. Joey Taylor with a $7 super chat. If Jade Cargill is the greatest of all time, then I'm dating all 3 members of Fatal Influence. Just give me Fallon Henley. The other 2 you could do whatever you want with. Caden with a $1.99. No message. Tone VC, $2 super chat. Rock on, brother. Rock on. JM Beer with a 15 months. Is Jade Cargill on the same level as Eva Marie Bad? I would put them in the same canoe, floating up the river. Yes. In fact, I thought Eva Marie looked better than Jade Cargill. Not saying much. Michelle with the $2 super chat. Do you see Usos or Jacob turning on Roman? Before War Games, no. After War Games, possibly. Main Events Crowley with 45 months. If I didn't know better, the Death Riders and the Bloodline acting on the same wavelength. I guess they're tweeners? Yes. Yes, the Bloodline is basically the Death Line in WWE. Or the Blood Raiders. However you want to coin it. Michelle with a $2 super chat. Dear Papa Paul, please get Bron out of the vision. I think we are working towards that very soon, Michelle. Also, with the 2, Michelle says, without Seth and Roman, Raw sorely lacks main event stars. Well, that's why we need Oba and Bron to wrestle and get us that feeling. 100%. What Seth does, I have no idea. I'm sure he'll be factored into the LA Knight stuff sooner rather than later. Luca Blight with 16 months. Thank you, Luca. Just turned 37 and I'm 532 days completely sober. That's a great accomplishment, brother. Your streams and community have helped me get this far. Much love, JD, OTS. Andale! Luca. Cheers to you, brother. Captain Solo. $5 super chat. Anybody who says this Bloodline garbage is cinema in 2026 needs to get a psych evaluation. This shit is boring. Yeah. Yeah, it ain't doing much for me, bro. Very little to like, a lot to dislike. MGM Ballin', welcome to the wheel, brother. Welcome to the wheel. MGM Ballin's got 2 spots on the wheel. I thought of our conversation from Friday when Raquel and Roxanne walked out to the atrocious Judgment Day theme. What a travesty. Still wiping the blood from my ears. What MGM Ballin is referring to is that I had our DJ, I put in a song request, and I said, bro, can I get a song request before we begin the show officially tonight? He's like, sure, what do you want? I want The Other Side by Alter Bridge. Bro, when I tell you I saw people banging their head, I saw several people moving like this to the other side. I don't get it. I don't get it. The Judgment Day have some of the worst theme music I've ever had to listen to. What a banger song The Other Side is. Such a great fucking song. Thank you, Ball. And Triple M. Triple M's got 2 spots on the wheel. Triple M, I haven't played Destiny in 3 weeks, bro. Haven't been on Destiny in 3 weeks, bro. I don't know. I think it's because I know it's there waiting for me. And I've lost no progress. And I'm not operating out of FOMO. You know? Fear of missing out. Everything's there. I can just pick up right where I left off. If I win, give it to Hooligram. You got it. If Triple M wins the wheel, Hooligram wins the wheel. He said it. Yeah, this AJ Styles Auric Cannon thing. You know, I don't really know how to feel about it. The only part I really want to focus on, because I know we'll be talking about it tomorrow on 2 Count and with Jason on TNT. Avery Styles is 19 years old. He's wrestled how many matches? 2? He's 19 years old, and you're asking the fucking kid to walk into a promotion he's never worked for in his entire life and pay his dues. Meanwhile, GCW made a boatload of money, sold a shit ton of tickets to that actual show where he wrestled on because of him, his last name, and who his father is. So you asked him to go set the fucking ring up and go set the chairs up. Meanwhile, you had no fucking problem booking him on the show, though, because of who his father was, in order to sell tickets. He's 19 years old. Why wasn't this discussed in private? And why are you, as a 20-year-plus veteran, airing dirty laundry out on social media? And GCW then came out, apparently gave a report to Meltzer and the Observer saying that Auric Cannon's thoughts and opinions are his and his only. No shit. Because they know that what he's saying is harming the brand, and that they'd actually like to book Avery Styles because of who his fucking father is. Because he sells tickets. Because of who his father is. Sounds like a 20-year veteran who had to go through hardships and get to where he is via the road that he got. Sounds jealous to me. Not everybody's going to have a fucking Hall of Fame father. Sorry you didn't have a Hall of Fame father, Mr. Cannon. Sometimes it works out that way. Sometimes it doesn't. That doesn't mean Avery Styles is not paying his dues. He's had 2 matches. If he's in the business and working to get better every day and doing what needs to be done to become a professional wrestler, then to me, he's paying his dues. He's going to pay his dues to what? A fucking indie mud show, clown show like GCW? He'll pay his dues when he gets to NXT. Because when he gets to NXT, clearly, he'll be paying his fucking dues. They don't give a fuck who his father is. Just look at Dominik. Look at Lexis King. Dominik, his father's Ray. Lexis, his father's Brian Pillman. Are they at the top of the card? They're not at the top of the card. So when Avery gets to WWE, because you know that's exactly where he's going, he'll pay his dues. And also, if he wasn't paying his dues, this is also something I don't understand. He could have immediately went right to the WWE Performance Center. They could have put him in Evolve. He's paying his dues by working places like GCW. He was paid to wrestle. You booked him because of who he was and who his father was. If Avery Styles didn't have AJ Styles as his father, he wouldn't be on the fucking show. But you used him based off his father's name and the fact that AJ Styles is his father. Reeks of jealousy, if you ask me. Sorry this guy didn't have a fucking Hall of Fame father that gave him an easy way to superstardom. Now you potentially cost yourself a job with GCW, and you blackballed yourself potentially from getting any other work right now because you aired dirty laundry and called out a fucking 19-year-old on social media when everything should have been said and done in private. You as a fucking veteran should have went to the locker room and welcomed him into GCW and said, this is what we do here, instead of treating him like a fucking cast-off. Ridiculous. Maybe you don't work GCW anymore, clearly, because they got people like that working there. WrestleMess, $9.99. WrestleMess got 2 spots on the wheel. Thank you, WrestleMess. Oba doesn't need to win the title from Roman. He can win it from anyone, and eventually Roman can call his shot to challenge Oba. Throw Bron and Money in the Bank. Spice it up. Or even cash in on them. I don't know, man. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued. Clone Force. Clone Force has 2 spots on the wheel. Thank you, Clone Force. I'm tired of the Bloodline and Roman fans thinking it's helping Fatu get over. It's only bringing him down, and Fatu should have been the leader since that be something new and refreshing and not Roman as leader. Fatu has definitely taken a turn for the worse. Yes. Matt Eagle with a $9.99. Matt Eagle, thank you, brother. You got 2 spots on the wheel. Those Matt Eagle. Last Friday was my first time watching an HOG show, and you guys killed it. I can't remember the last time I actually had fun watching on a Friday night. Thank you, Matt Eagle. Appreciate you, man. Jason and I do a lot of prepping, and hopefully that comes across in what we do. Gangrene David with the $2 super chat. Honest opinion of WrestleMania 24. Not bad. Not bad. We got, what we get? HBK, Ric Flair on that show. We got Undertaker and Edge. And then we had CM Punk winning Money in the Bank. Not bad. I mean, it wasn't the greatest WrestleMania, but not one of my favorites. Tony Brown with a 9 at 99. Tony Brown has 2 spots on the wheel. Tony Brown, thank you, brother. Must be hard for Maxxine's hubby watching his wifey and her cakes fondled by Austin. Well, you know what? None of my business, Tony, but who knows if they're even still married? I would not like it. Baby Shaq with a 51 months. Bron vs. Oba must happen as soon as possible. I agree. AJ Body with a 199 KO versus CM Punk is what I'm excited for. Me too. August 21. AJ with a 499. Adam Pearce really annoys me. You could have 2 jobbers out there brawling. This guy has to send all of his security and himself to break it up. Well, he's trying to preserve a money match. He even said it. Let's do this when the time is right. Apparently tonight was not the right time. We got K-Luke. K-Luke. Look at this guy coming in with a $50 super chat. K-Luke has 6 spots on the wheel. 3, 4, 5, 6 for K-Luke. He leaves no message. K-Luke leaves no message whatsoever. K-Luke, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. We got Patriot with a $10 super chat. Patriot's got 2 spots on the wheel. Dominik is booked like a jobber. He was supposed to be the future of this business, but instead he is having useless storylines. Triple H is so petty, he booked Dom to lose because Dom called him out. Well, now you know. You play by their rules, you get buried. You don't play by their rules, you get buried. This was happening well before Dominik called him out. Diamonds. We got Diamond D. Diamond D's got 2 spots on the wheel. JD, I checked out House of Glory on Friday. Thanks to you, I enjoyed it and the commentary. Also, enjoyed the Patreon too. Wish I'd joined sooner. Diamond. Thank you for all the support on House of Glory and on Patreon. I really wish we sounded better, man. The commentary volume and the sound was awful. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it got so bad. I listened back. I've been listening to it all week. I don't know how bad it got. I don't know if it's the headsets. I don't know if it's the XLR cables. I don't know what went wrong there. Yet they uploaded, legitimately, they kind of refreshed their YouTube page and they linked, because Penta and Laredoi Kid were on the show tonight, they linked to a match that they actually had in House of Glory. Me and Jason were on the call. We sounded 1,000 times better in that match from 2 years ago than we did on Friday. I don't understand it. I don't know what it is. Chicago 4MBK, what's up, brother? 4 months. Huge shout out to the best watch along in the OTS tap room. So far, the Gargano Ciampa match was fire, and your commercials and commentary during them, laughing emoji. Yeah, we had to unfortunately watch the Ciampa Gargano match on YouTube because I don't know where they moved the NXT TakeOver shows. They're not on Peacock. They're not on Netflix. I can't watch Netflix internationally with my VPN. Apparently, it says I can't. I don't know why. Did they crack down on Netflix VPN? I don't know. I don't know. My guy, Beantown. Beantown's got 3 spots on the wheel, even though he already won a wheel. I guess he wants another mug. Beantown. Thank you, brother. Hey, JD, I've been enjoying the solo babyface run. I'm curious what direction they go with him in the Bloodline. Looking forward to the Oba and Bron match whenever it happens. Also, seems like Dom is in the doghouse with Triple H. Dom is definitely in the doghouse. 100%. K. Luke becomes a new membership. K. Luke is showing some massive support tonight, man. Shout out to K. Luke. Thank you, brother. What the fuck is K. Luke drinking? Phil! We got a $10 super chat from my guy, Phil. Honestly, I didn't like Raw. Oba, Bron, Heyman, Becky, Stephanie were good. Dom should stay in AAA. Solo losing while so over right now feels like a bad move. I don't trust WWE to do anything right. I don't blame you. They don't deserve your trust. Meta with a $20 super chat. We got to get Meta this win, guys. I have a feeling Meta is going to win the wheel. He's got a good shot. We don't got any except for Luca or K. Luke. K. Luke's got 6 spots. Meta's got 3. He's got a good shot. Raw was pretty solid tonight, says Meta. Bron and Oba will be an absolute banger. Solo Dolo carrying Monday nights. I'm feeling lucky, so let's get on that wheel. OTS for life. Hashtag justice for Meta. Love it. AJ Body with a $4.99. The money angle, I agree. But it is way too creative for WWE or TKO. Rather, it's not safe enough. It doesn't make Roman look strong. We all know how it ends. We all know how it ends. Phil, you got another spot on the wheel with another $10 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Penta versus Fenix, and it could be leading to a Lucha Brothers reunion. This is as easy as a slam dunk decision as Chad Gable winning the IC title. Have Gable face Ray for the IC title on Raw in Mexico City as well. Yes. Yes. Load it up. Load it up. It's going to be like a mini pay-per-view. It's going to be like WWE's own version of Grand Slam Mexico. Except they won't advertise a 2.5-hour show, only to go half an hour over there a lot of time. Adam JD with the 29 months. OTS for life. Penta versus Roman is predictable. Sometimes predictable and simple is the right answer. Nobody hates wrestling as much as wrestling fans. 100%. 100%. Cody Snyder with a $2 super chat. As an OTS or as a truck driver, I need an OTS trucker hat. Brother, we got to get you on the wheel. We got to get you on the wheel. Georgia Girl 6680 the $4.99. I don't know what it is, but I'm so down on Sol Ruca now. And at the Royal Rumble NXT, I loved her. I want to like her. I love you, Solo. JD, you rock. All right, back at you, GA girl. I like Sol. Not the biggest Sol Ruca fan, but we'll get there. Mother Lover with a $50 super chat. Uh-oh, Meta. Mother Lover has 6 spots. I watched HOG for the first time ever on Friday since you recommended it. And we're doing commentary with the Solar Monster. Very good in-ring action stack card. And the production quality was very impressive for an independent promotion. Good stuff. And the production quality was so-so. Got to do better there, man. Got to do better. It's not my problem, but I'm always going to be very vocal about that. That really irks the shit out of me. Mother Lover, you got a good shot at winning the wheel, brother. Survivor with 16 months. No message. Thank you, Survivor. Best in the world, Matt. With a $5 super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now watching the birth of Trollo Sikoa. This is your warning shot. Pew, pew. Lavelle. Lavelle's on the wheel for 2 spots. How do you see WWE handling the Chelsea Green injury? Stripping her wouldn't make sense since they didn't strip Rhea. She should be allowed to wear a mask. Also, do you see Cass as a main event guy? I do not. Rhea actually had a broken nose last year where she wore a face mask and came back after a month. Chelsea Green should be afforded the same luxury. Didn't Rhea Ripley also break her orbital bone in 2024, and she also came back wearing a mask? Chelsea Green should be afforded the same luxury. We do not strip Chelsea Green. Phil got another spot on the wheel. Phil's got 4 spots. Phil's looking to win the wheel. Phil's looking to win the wheel. Is it bad that I want Judgment Day to disappear? No. No, it's not. The faction is less than it's ever been. It's a woman's faction at this point, and all I want is for Roxanne to win Money in the Bank, Raquel to thrive on her own, and Liv to lose the title to get cashed in on. Yeah. I hope that's the case. I hope that is the case. Seriously. Dingleberry with a $10 super chat. Dingleberry. He's got 2 spots on the wheel. Hey, JD, just wanted to thank you again for the OTS merch. I kind of like Raw tonight. I thought it was a 5 out of 10 show. Great OTS tonight. You the king, JD. Thank you, Dingleberry. Appreciate you, brother. Jeff. Jeff coming in big here with a 20 bomb. Hey, JD, love your content, brother. Always give it 100% effort to your fans every show. Do you believe the WWE creative is course correcting after return of Owens, Orton, and sudden push of Bron Breakker against Oba? Jeff's got 3 spots. We got to get Jeff on the wheel. It's looking like Triple H is more comfortable booking after SummerSlam than he is going into WrestleMania. I don't know. I don't know what it is about WrestleMania season. Dark One with a 20. Dark One's got 3 spots on the wheel. Thank you, Dark One. Great show as always, JD. Enjoyed that Hog broadcast. And anyone in LA that wants to roll to Hog, hit me up. Well, me and Jason will be there. Hopefully meet. Well, if any of you guys are LA based, hopefully we meet some of you. Hollywood Guy with a 5. Could you see Penta versus Ray versus Roman in a triple threat match? Maybe. No. Why would that make any sense? AJ Body with a 199. I would love if Drew McIntyre costs CM Punk. McIntyre may move over to Raw. They need some main event guys. Don Stoney. Shout out to Don Tony Wrestling, Soup, Spitball Media, and as always, R.I.P. Kevin Cass. Love you, Stoney. Oh boy, Phil is making a play here for the wheel. Phil is making a play for the wheel. He's got another spot on the wheel. I know the brand split means nothing, but with SmackDown's main event scene being stacked and Raw's being so poor, and the unbalanced women's division, could a draft help? OTS and House of Glory for life. I don't want to draft. I think the draft concept is lame. Just move some people over. SmackDown's got way too much. Move some over. Major Emotions with the 499. I just saw Ricky Starks wrestling on main event for 3 straight weeks. There was so much hype surrounding him when he debuted on NXT. What a shame. I don't know. Wasn't there a backstage segment that was filmed for social media where he challenged Rey Fenix for a Cruiserweight Championship match on AAA? Or maybe it happens on SmackDown. I don't get it. I really don't understand it. NM with the $2 super chat. Sean Sapp eats corn the long way. Dingleberry. If I win the wheel, give it to Meta. Oh my goodness. Love you, JD. House of Glory is so much fun. Dingleberry's got 2 more spots. Dingleberry has 4 spots on the wheel. And if he wins, he said it himself, give it to Meta. So that makes 7 spots for Meta. with 3 from Meta himself and 4 from Dingleberry. We're pulling for Meta. We're pulling for Meta. Gino Morgan TV with a $10 super chat. Gino Morgan. Got 2 spots on the wheel, Gino Morgan. I enjoyed House of Glory Friday. You are great on commentary. Thank you, Gino. I appreciate that. I think that's it, right? I think that's everybody. That's everybody for tonight's wheel. All right. We gotta get the music. We gotta get the music. So we gotta do you know what. Hell yeah. Let's shuffle. We shuffled. Let's spin it.
If I could show you the top of the wall, all of the things I've seen, every long and winding road, all that I gave up to get what I got.
Mother Lover! Mother Lover with the win! Oh my goodness! Mother Lover 1776 with the win! Oh my goodness! Brother, you gotta reach out to me. Twitter, Instagram, email. Hit me up. My DMs on Instagram and Twitter are open. Oh, yeah. Mother Lover got the win, man. He's probably not even in the fucking chat now. Where's Mother Lover? Where the fuck's this guy at? Anyway, guys. Appreciate everybody and what y'all do for the community, man. You guys are great. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Go and check out all the content on the channel from last week. Go check out High Intensity on House of Glory's YouTube channel. With me and the Solid Monster on the call. Leave a comment. Leave a thumbs up. I'll see you tomorrow morning with the coach for the 2 count, 11:30, and then the main event, 8:30 Eastern, right here, TNT. With the one and only, the Solid Monster. That's all then, guys. Thank you for everything. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow for a busy Tuesday right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.